struggle.
What's up, Seekers? I'm Alex Panos.
And I'm Marcus Nava.
And we just wasted an hour and a half
For you guys.
of our lives. Holy shit, that movie sucked.
Wow.
Well, we told you guys we'd be reviewing the Fantastic Four, and here we are. We just sat down and watched the whole thing. We went to Redbox, paid $1.
Wasted $1.
I feel like we overpaid for this movie. Holy shit, it is literally as bad as everybody said it was, dude.
Very bad.
I went into this movie with zero expectations, right? I was like, I know it's gonna suck. I don't think it's gonna be that good. Maybe since my expectations are like underground, they're so low, that maybe it'll turn out to be okay. And fuck no. It was terrible.
Yeah, see, because the thing is that whenever I watch a movie, it could be dog shit. But if I get into it, I have like a light heart for it. Like, I'll give it its credit.
Like if you had fun, like I didn't
But
have fun for an hour and a
I
half.
didn't have fun at all. And that's what the other movies did. They're actually fun to watch. Like, who cares if the writing was bad? Like, it was fun seeing everyone use their powers.
Oh my god. So let's just get this over with. So alright. So we have, let's just go down the list. Okay, we got Reed Richards,
Yes.
who is like basically just your run of the mill nerd.
Shows him as a kid being a giant nerd, just like you said, and
yeah, exactly. He creates this
thing that can take you to another dimension.
in his garage.
Planet Zero is what they call it.
Yeah, in his garage with Nintendo 64s.
Which,
Because that's
that's powerful enough to send things to another dimension.
thing. I don't know. Anyway, but then he goes to find a power converter laying around a junkyard. Maybe this is really common. Maybe.
NASA, please care to explain. I don't know what part of the car or what part of shitty cars.
I've worked on a lot of cars in my life. I've never just been like, oh, here's the power converter. Let's just take this thing out and set it anyway. Okay? So Ben Grimm's there, and Ben Grimm goes back to his house, and they can.
Because he's kind of intrigued with what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's like, all
right.
right, well, this
And
nerd's doing some cool stuff, I guess.
yeah, so it goes back to the ring. They make the little car disappear, and they shut a bunch of lights off.
And
Boom.
then 7 years later,
Boom!
they're at another science fair.
Yeah, we had our first time jump, right? This
Yeah.
movie's great about this, right?
Pacing is really
Fucking terrible.
awful that they did.
So we jump into the future. We have them at a science fair. Ben Grimm does what Ben Grimm does this entire movie, and just kind of stares at things. Doesn't have any lines. Doesn't really say anything. He's just kind of
He's just there whenever Reed is talking.
Right. Reed is saying science stuff, and then Dr. Franklin walks up with Sue Storm. Or not Dr. Franklin, I'm sorry.
No.
Dr. Storm, Dr.
Franklin
Franklin Storm, walks up with his daughter. They're at a high school science fair.
And what they see is that
Because
whatever they teleported to the other planet came back with the dirt, and apparently she always carries the full charge there.
Yeah. Oh my god. So we get introduced to Sue Storm, who apparently runs around with her dad's two high school fucking science projects for I don't know. Then so that's the three. Then we get introduced to Johnny. Or no, I think Victor first, right? Was it Victor?
No, I think Johnny was first, and then Victor.
So we get introduced to Johnny. Johnny is a street racer and a giant piece of shit.
And this shows you the production value that really went into this film.
Yeah, it
when
was
they
like,
show you the car race. You expect like some nice ass cars. Like I don't know, that's just usually how it is whenever you go into a movie like with street racing.
It's like a 1987 Toyota. Like it wasn't even.
They try and make it as cool
like
as they
badass,
can.
like Supra or something cool like that. It was just shitbox cars.
That could have been taken out from that dumpster, and for all we know, that's where Reed got his power generator from. That shitty car that he just had.
Oh man. Anyway, so he gets in a wreck. Then his dad's like, "You're gonna work off that car," which probably would take him like a whole fucking 2 days with the value of that car. But anyway, he's gonna work off the car because he could build anything, right? Apparently, he built that car. Toyota should give him a call because he didn't build a very nice car. But anyway. Regardless of the whatever. So then they work on this thing, and we get this new time lapse. But this time they give it to us. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
No, they haven't jumped yet.
Victor Von Doom, right?
Yes.
Victor Von Doom is this outcast.
Who started the whole project?
He started it, and then just set somebody's computers on fire and walked out the door. because
And
he's
then
a dick.
everybody hated him. Yeah.
Which is a theme in this movie.
Everybody is a dick. Everyone. The teacher in the very beginning is a huge dick.
Yeah.
And then even 7 years later into the future, he's still a dick when he shot lasers out of a little science thing, made something disappear, and then rocks appear. And he was being a dick about it, saying like it was magic. Like,
everyone's a dick.
You gotta be kidding me.
His Ben Grimm's brother is a dick. His mom is kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Like it's just a repeating.
They're
pattern.
all
Like,
dicks, and it sucks.
Oh, speaking of
And
his brother, let's talk about where he gets his. It's clobbering time.
Oh,
right?
okay, that was the brothers. That was so shitty.
So,
Just comes in out of nowhere. It's clobbering time. Usually, I'm an older brother.
Okay.
When I say I'm about to beat the shit out of my brother, I'm about to kick your ass.
Yeah.
Not some shitty line like, it's clobbering.
Not only that, but I feel like if your brother developed superheroes, he probably wouldn't run around with his catchphrase
saying
going,
your brother,
"I'm gonna
saying
kick
your
my-
dick
kick your
brother's
ass." Yeah.
saying your brother's dick phrase to you that literally might have fucked you up a little bit in the head.
So that was a really dumb way for him to get him to
Yeah,
hit his
shit.
catchphrase that we were all waiting for. So anyway, we meet Victor Von Doom. He's this nerd outcast dick that is doing his own thing. Started this project. He's really, really smart. Reed pretty much does what he did better, so he comes back to see it. They form this weird bond over the course of a
You
fucking...
could call it a bond. Only God knows what that
Right,
was.
but they over the course of another time lapse, but in this time of 7, just instead of saying just a year later or whatever like that, they give us a special montage of a bunch of bullshit of them working on stuff, and it's dumb. And then, boom, right? They decide they build it. It works. They send a monkey over to the other dimension. The monkey
Comes
comes back.
back all safe and sound, and then government says, "Great job. Now let's contact NASA and see if we can start getting people out there."
Right. So
And then being teenagers, being rebellious, say, "Fuck that. We did this. We want the credit. Let's go."
Right.
They go on some like Neil Armstrong rant, how he got all the credit, but the guys who created the spaceship and everything didn't. So then they go.
Oh wait, hold on. You ready? The best part, the whole reason why they did this, right? And the whole reason why Ben even showed up, right, is because Reed got drunk. I can't make this shit up.
Yeah, no, they
Reed
got
drunk
shit-faced.
and drunk dialed his best friend and was like, "Hey, do you want to go to space or whatever the fuck this place is with me?" And Ben, doing what Ben does really well in this movie, went. He said his 4 lines of the movie as a human, and so they jump in this pod, get sent to the other dimension, and put a flag down, right?
Flag goes in the hole, creates some sort of rip in the earth or planet zero, shoots off into this green puddle of whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, mind you, they put the suits on. They have no idea.
Yeah, they have no idea it works.
Right?
They have no idea. The monkey didn't wear a suit. The monkey didn't even go out of the chamber that he was in.
So they decide to go touch this green shit. Well, Victor does, right? Go touch this green shit.
Which, for all we fucking know, could have been like lava or some shit.
Well, it did. It was
knocked it off his arm.
Right,
Well, it did kind of fuck him up.
It did, right? But not when he touched it at first, because movies. So when he touched it at first, apparently whatever this green shit was, it pissed it off. It blew the planet half to shit, right? And Victor falls into this thing. They go back.
They do try and save him.
They do try to save him.
Then he falls off.
He's screaming, "Save me, save me." He falls into this vat, right? And they go back without Victor. What's his name? Ben can't get his door shut, so he's getting smacked by a bunch of rocks. Johnny gets lit on fire.
And then
Reed, I'm not sure what happens to him.
His foot was caught, and then he just started.
Well, that was after, though. That was when he got back.
Okay, that was when he got back.
So they got back.
They get back,
and then
cut up some rubble.
Here's the good part. Oh, another awesome, fantastic fucking plot hole in this movie, right? Sue gets her powers because they come back, and the bubble, we'll call it a bubble, right? From them coming back, explodes, and she gets hit with it, right? And then it pans out to like New York with this fucking bubble hits like 6 buildings, right? So it had to have hit like 30 people. They're fine.
No one else got.
They don't have powers. But Sue, since she was like up front and center, got hit by this. But you know what? Okay, let's buy into the power thing, right? It was really kind of a dude. I thought Johnny getting his powers was cool. I thought the Thing getting his powers was kind of cool. Like the way they did it.
They all kind of.
That was kind of cool, right? Reed, I still don't know how he got stretchy, but whatever. So they come back, they have their powers and stuff like that, and so then they just do another time jump, dude.
And this time jump, it's not a tiny one. It's a year.
Well,
later.
hold on. They have Reed all fucking stretched out on that thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So anyway, they're doing their experiments on him, and I don't even know what they're doing, right? They're just kind of putting them in. They're basically just poking and prodding at them, like, "Hey, what can you do? What
I don't
can
know
you
what
do?
they were
What can you
like
do?"
truly looking at though. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Just
So-
they were making them stronger, like better with their abilities. But like, what were they really trying?
They weren't even doing that yet. They were just like, "What can you guys do?" Reed escaped,
Okay,
right? And then boom, we're a year later,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Ben's working for the government. So is Sue. So is Johnny. Apparently, they took I don't know. They were all like, "Hey, we can cure you if you come with us and like go beat up bad guys and throw tanks around."
And then Reed is gone. Reed is gone. He tried saving Ben.
Yeah.
Or he didn't. Well, he
He
said
told-
he was going.
he
He
told
said
Ben
he
he was
told me he'd be back. Never came back for a year later. And he's in
And
some.
They were
other
like, "Hey,
country or
Ben,
something.
we can save you. Would you like to work for us and go smash people?" And he was like,
What do I do? What do you need me to do?
Okay. Yet again, he had some epic lines there. Montage of Ben breaking shit, and then Johnny flying around and doing his thing. We're not even going to go farther with the movie, right? You get the premise of how dumb it is as of just telling you that bit of story, right? It's so fucking retarded that it makes no sense. There's plot holes the size of Texas in this thing, right? So they get back. There's a year later. They're trying to rebuild this machine and go back to this world that fucking damn near killed them because they're gonna cure him, right?
Yeah.
And then the government, literally, they say this is not. I'm not making this shit up. They literally say we can control the world. The big bad government comes in and literally just states, with this we can control the world.
Once again, the theme. Being dicks.
Yes, just
Big dicks.
what the fuck? So, okay, they want to go back. So they go back, and Victor Von Doom shows up, and
Yes.
he's all gimpy, like he's all hurt. Like, oh.
All the guys who, I don't know, you can call them astronauts. The astronauts go back
Yeah.
to go to Planet Zero. They see him like, oh, what the fuck is that?
He's all
and he's
fucked
all
up.
limping and
Yeah.
fucked up. Yeah.
Then he comes back and decides, they put him on a table, and they're like, hey, Vic, we know we haven't mentioned you since this happened.
Yeah, once all of them come back, they do not say a fucking word about where Victor went.
Like, no one was like, hey,
no one's
wasn't
like,
there four of you guys?
Yeah, like, what the fuck happened?
Something might have happened to Vic. Has anybody seen
We
Vic? Did
swear
Vic
there
go
was
with
another
you?
guy.
Yeah.
We
No.
kind of care about him, but
No.
not really at
And
all.
it was just kind of like, we're better off without the kind of, he's kind of a dick, whatever. So, anyway, Vic comes back, and he's like, my world, your world, I'm going to blow your world up and go back to my world. Like, that sums up his whole character, pretty much, as Victor Von Doom. Like,
His powers, and the one thing that fucked me up so hard, his powers.
Oh, he has,
Like,
oh,
what?
yeah.
Like, what
He
exactly was it?
He has head exploding powers, right? That because if you're on a planet with no other humans,
Yeah, how
clearly
the fuck did he practice and like know for? Because seriously, right then when he gets back, he knows he can do this shit and like cook people's insides like he did with Franklin.
he has
With Dr. Storm.
Yes, he's cooking people powers. He
Yeah.
has popping head powers.
Yeah.
He has levitation powers.
Which like that I can understand if he fucking practiced on his own, but I just want to know how he was all fucked up from like he was. They saw him and he was literally just like.
Yeah, and then at first I was like, oh, okay, maybe he was trying to like act to get back to
Yeah,
our world.
but no, he was seriously hurt.
got up, got pissed off, and was like,
Yeah.
I'm going back home, and like got in
Yeah.
his machine and left. Right?
Yeah.
They don't explain it, but apparently when he went back, he was just like, fuck it, hit a switch, turned it
Yeah.
into a black hole, and so they go fight him. And here's the other problem, right? This is how this fight goes down. The fucking fight scene, the climax of the movie, is them throwing rocks at each other.
Yeah.
Literally, that is what the fight scene comes down to. Yes, you heard me right. The Thing is getting rocks thrown at him. That was what Victor Von Doom did to these people. He got up on a rock and he threw rocks at him. That's what he did. This, mind you,
The fight sucked.
he had been running through a facility, blew up everyone's brain, killed all of them with
All
a
of
thought.
these tanks, he destroyed these tanks.
yeah,
Destroyed.
But when you fight the Fantastic Four, don't be using them powers. No, you throw rocks at them, right? You throw rocks at the Thing. That was so fucking dumb, dude. Like,
Throw rocks at them and like stick them on them and.
yeah, I was like,
That
it was a
another-
rock fight.
That was another thing that was kind of weird how Doom was able to throw rocks at this guy like I don't know what he was doing, like made him sticky or something.
Yeah, he like
Can
stuck
hold
rocks to
down, can
people.
hold down
The thing.
Susan and the thing.
He held down.
And then
he
what
held down
about
the thing. Johnny, he stuck a bunker. He threw rocks at him
Yeah.
and stuck a bunch of rocks to him. And then the thing, he threw a bunch of sticky rocks to him.
But
and then Susan, he was just like, bitch! And I'm not really sure what he was doing. And then he like electrocuted Reed, and like Reed just kind of fell down.
Yeah, but then the big thing with Reed is how like. I guess you can say like it was a whole mental thing, like I'm gonna kick his ass, but
yeah, he like
they literally
had
just
the
showed him
willpower
like,
to just be like,
show him like,
nope, I'm
and
gonna
then
get
fuck
up.
you, yeah, and literally throw punches at him.
Yeah, Reed threw punches at a metal face. That was his superpower. I don't know. If I was Doom and these people were standing in my way,
I would
and
fucking
they were
head explode them.
Yeah, exactly.
You could, Doom is holding Reed right in his face and can just literally fucking explode his head right there. But you know what he does? He doesn't do that. You know why? Movies.
Because Fantastic Four.
Movies.
That's right. Yeah. So, like, okay, I get it. You have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, but, like, it's just, I couldn't even do it. Like, there is a flaming person, somebody that can turn invisible, a giant walking rock with no dick, and a stretchy guy. And my biggest problem with the movie is the villain wasn't smart. Like, he was the smartest dumb guy ever. He was like, I'm the smartest person in the planet, except for when I fight you, I'm not going to use my only cool power that I have. No, I'm going to throw rocks at the thing. The rocks are the rocks. The thing is made of rocks, and I'm going to throw them at you. Like
But
that.
I can destroy tanks and people shooting grenade launchers at me and all
And
this
you know
other
what?
shit.
You know what the logic was behind the Fantastic Four? We're going to throw them back. Threw rocks back at Dr. Doom, right? So
Jesus.
imagine the Fantastic Four and Victor Von Doom standing in a deserted island throwing rocks at each other, and you've seen this movie. You've seen the climax of this movie. Yeah.
If you live in some place where it snows and you see kids having a snowball fight, you've seen how the fight went. You've seen how the fight went.
That would be more entertaining, watching little kids have a snowball fight. It was so bad. Like, so we hear about, like, everyone keeps saying the actors were so good and everything like that. And I am not shitting on the actor that played Ben Grimm. I'm not saying that. But, like, more than 6 lines in the movie probably would have helped his character. You know? Of course he had the, we're not friends, Reed, because you did this to me. No, you got a drunken phone call from your friend and decided to go to fucking space.
Yeah, whatever the
fault.
board decided on when like they got like their writers and said, all right, you know what, this is really good right here.
I feel like they looked at Ben Grimm's script and it was just like, whoosh. No, we're just gonna not have him talk the whole movie.
I mean,
then,
the director claims that him and Fox had huge like disagreements.
Oh, you can see it. You can see it. It's all over this movie. It is all over this movie. It's so bad. There's no pacing. Sue and Reed have this forced, terrible relationship that never really blossoms into anything.
Yeah, and then Franklin says that they have like this insane, crazy bond, and that she's the only one that can like bring him back. When they literally had this much chemistry.
Yeah, they didn't. They talked for like 45 minutes.
They had like 2 awkward scenes.
But Victor Von Doom was in love with her, which was solely weird. He just kind of stared at her like a creeper, and then in the movie he was like, "No, really, I liked you, but die." God, dude, it was so bad. I really wanted to walk into this review and be like, "It really wasn't that bad."
Yeah, no, trust me, that's exactly what we were trying to aim for, but
it was that bad, guys.
It was truly fucked up the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I mean,
Michael B. Jordan was awesome.
Yes. Hey, and you know what? I'm glad that he made Creed after this one.
And I don't know, the rest of the cast, I feel like was just, they were there, they didn't do a bad job.
It's because they weren't given the material. They weren't given like excellent writing at all.
But the rest of they were not bad, but they were not good.
Yeah, I know. You don't care for these characters.
Franklin Storm, the only guy trying to be a nice guy, gets killed. Like, just boom. Like, right?
And the thing is, his kids
watch him
die, like just get roasted, and he says some final words. Yeah, it's really sad.
And then they
literally just flame on. Adios.
Yep.
Later,
no, you killed my dad.
No, big scene where like, holy shit, like this seriously happened. Like, no, it was literally, look at my dad fry. All right, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah,
it wasn't like his dad got punched. It was literally he cooked his insides. Cooked his insides.
I like, and then like the way they beat Doom is just like they might as well have just looked at the fucking screen and went science. Like,
God.
They punched him into a black hole which
Yeah.
went upside down, and Johnny broke a rock, and
That was another big thing I didn't understand, like how
What
the
the
fuck they were able to get back without the machine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That
They-
was
they-
kind of really weird how they just end up going in the beam and it ends up.
well, they jumped into the same beam that turned Doom into things, like it just kind of disintegrated him. But they came back, and I don't know, science. Like it's, I don't know, so bad. So, yeah, here at Geek Seek Productions, we definitely
We
don't-
have wasted 1 hour and 30 minutes of our lives just
Yeah.
for you guys.
But it was fun to do. It was good to sit down here and do this review, and I'm still just kind of flabbergasted how bad that movie was. I really am. But
Don't see it.
don't.
We're not telling you to see this.
No, this
like
is-
even for
don't.
entertainment
Dude,
purposes.
Redbox is too
Don't
expensive
do
for
it,
this
yeah.
movie.
If you can stream it online illegally, do it. Do it. Because that was awful.
No, don't do it. It's not even worth a stream. A free stream is too much to pay for this movie. It's that bad. It really is that bad.
It really sucked. Just stick with the original too.
You know what though?
Those ones were more
My wife
fun.
said it wasn't that bad. So,
This
and
is true,
I've
she
got a
did.
couple friends that said it was fairly entertaining. So maybe you like it. I hated it. I thought it was as bad as
I
everyone
just
thought it
wasn't a
was.
fan. I just couldn't. You don't care about anybody in that movie.
Like,
Really
as a
don't.
comic book fan, I hated it on every single level that I can think of. As a movie fan, I hated it because the pacing was terrible, the villain was just poorly written, the characters had no chemistry between them. Like, this was legitimately a bad movie. It's not a
And
bad
then
comic
you-
book movie, it is a bad movie.
You
hands
watch the movie to see what happens in the final ending. You expect just the giant, crazy battle scene.
down. Rock fight.
Snowball fight.
Rock fight.
Snowball fight. Sucked.
It was terrible.
Sucked.
So, yeah, we give this movie a definite thumbs down. It was really, really, really bad. So, what did you guys think? Are we the only people? No, we're not the only people.
I
There's like
highly doubt
millions of people. But did you like it? Defend it. I want to hear why this movie was good. Maybe I just had such bad expectations that I went into this just wanting to point out the bad.
Yeah, for all we know, we could have walked in there day one, the movie came out and went, you know, that really was, like, it was okay. But because of the fact that we've seen all these reviews, maybe we're just being biased based off all the shit we've seen.
No.
I know for a
It
fact
sucked.
that it sucked because
It sucked.
I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand it. That was awful.
But what did you guys think? Let us know down in the comments. Like, subscribe to the videos. We're going to try and get out a video at least once a week for you guys.
At least there will be once a week.
Yep.
There will be
So
once a week.
let us know what you think. What do you guys want us to talk about? If there's anything else you guys want to comment on, let us know. So that's it for this review. This terrible, terrible, terrible review.
Fuck.
I-
Wow. I'm speechless because of how bad that
I'm
sucks.
gonna go cry myself to sleep because I just wasted an hour of my life. But anyway,
But it was for you guys.
yeah, absolutely. So this is Alex Panos,
And Marcus Nothing.
and this is signing off.
Adios, guys. Don't fucking watch that movie.